Peace, everyone. It's Ayida here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you a quick technique of how I weave beads onto copper wire when I'm making my ear cuffs. And I did a video before on making ear cuffs, but I feel like it wasn't too clear. And also that using my tablet made the video itself not that high of quality. So my husband showed me, thanks Lennon for showing me how to use the Logitech on his computer, and that's what I'm using now, and I hope that you are able to see everything clearly and hear me clearly. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do a quick ear cuff tutorial, because I already showed you guys how to do a copper ear cuff, and I'm going to do that again because now you can see me better and you can hear me better. So let's go. You got your 18 gauge wire, okay, 18 gauge non-tarnished copper wire. Make your shape. So just go ahead and straighten the wire really good with your nylon jaw pliers. All right, I'm not going to make a huge ear cuff because this is just a demo. Okay, so you have your ear cuff wire. Just snip it with some wire cutters. Let's go ahead and go down to my bead tray. Okay, scoot in. So here's your copper wire. Now you're just going to make a shape. I like to use my my thread bobbin to make my shape. It's just to make a little curve. This is the part that's going to wrap around your ear. So now use your cone shaped pliers to make a loop. I'm going to try to make sure that you guys can see this because the last video was not as clear. Okay, so you're making a loop, just going around with the wire, and now you have a loop at the top. Now you're just going to go around again, make another loop, and I'm going to start using my other pliers now. You don't want any sharp edges on somebody's ear to cut them. You know, you got to be really careful about that. Okay, so now I'm just going around and around to make my loop kind of pretty. Okay, so now you have the top of your ear cuff. This is the part that goes behind and around your ear. Okay, so now let's do the bottom loop. And please excuse if you hear any background noise. We live on a busy street. Also, I have children, 5 of them, and they are in their rooms being nice and quiet right now, but that won't last forever. So now you have your loop on the bottom, and just take your other pliers and continue to make those loops until you have really nice shape on the bottom. Okay, can you see that? I hope you guys can see. All right, I think that's clear. Okay, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to just stop there and start to shape it. So what I do is wrap around my ear like this just to shape it. So as you can see, this is how the ear cuff is worn, right around the ear. I like to make mine in a basic size, and then I tell my customers, look, if it's a little bit too small, you just take the top and bottom and bring them inward until it fits your ear. Okay, so now you have the ear cuff, and now I'm going to hammer it into shape with my nylon jaw hammer, which I love, love, love. It's going to be a little loud. So let's see, maybe, yeah, I better put it here. So basically I'm just hammering it. And for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to hammer it a little. I normally hammer it a lot more than that to keep its shape. So there you go, you got your ear cuff shape. Goes right on the ear like this. Had it backwards. Okay, there you go. Got your ear cuff. And the reason I love ear cuffs is because you can wear a whole bunch of beads hanging down without going inside your ear and weighing down on your ear. And it looks pretty with beads hanging back there. Okay, so now that you have your ear cuff shape, you are going to start adding beads. So let's get all the pliers and everything and wire out of the way, and let's get down to my bead tray. We're going to cut a piece of thread, and for the video I'm just going to cut a small piece so that you guys can see. Got my cut my little clippers here. These are the best because they are so easy to use. Okay, so now just tie a knot onto the ear cuff, and I'm going to do that on the bead tray so that hopefully you can see it. So I'm tying a knot. Okay, now you have a knot. I'm going to slide it down to the bottom of the ear cuff, and then I'm going to put a needle on to the thread. This is a size 10 needle. The reason I'm using a size 10 is because it's really big. You guys can see it really well. And I'm using purple and gold beads, and that way you can see the colors easier. And I'm using really big beads. I'm using size 6/0. And if you haven't seen my other video on bead weaving introduction, please go and check it out. Then you guys can see these are a size 6 and these are size 8. Okay, purple and gold, gold and purple. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get 2 gold beads. So I have my needle threaded. It's not knotted at the end. Leave this tail of thread hanging, which you will weave back in at another time. So I have 2 gold beads. Slide them to the ear cuff. And then take your needle. I'm trying to get this super clear for you guys. And go under the ear cuff. So the needle is under it. I'm using my finger to pinch it down. Slide up so that your beads are right at the tip. Trying to make sure that you can see. And then take your needle and go over with the thread over the ear cuff. And then back into the bead. See that? Hope that you can see it. I'm going to do it again. Taking a bead, sliding it on. Then I'm going to take my needle and go under the ear cuff. Go up, 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 up until you bring that bead up. Then you take your thread and go over the ear cuff now. Oh, slid. Go over the ear cuff and then back through the bead. Okay. Let's do it again. This time I'll do it on the table. Got my bead. Going in the bead. Slide the bead up to the ear cuff. Take your needle and go under the ear cuff, under the wire. Slide, slide, slide your thread until you've got the thread all the way pulled up to the ear cuff. Now take your needle and go back through the bead and pull. And now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 beads. Okay, so let's go all the way up. Go, put your bead on your needle, slide your needle under the ear cuff. Then pull, pull, pull till the bead is all the way to the ear cuff. Take your needle and go back through the bead and pull. Okay? That actually looks pretty cool with the big beads. I normally use size 11. These are way bigger and it's pretty neat to see them on there like that. So I might need to make something with those. I think it's pretty dramatic looking. Okay, so let me count how many beads I put on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so take a look there. Trying to make sure that it's clear. Okay, so now I'm going to add the next row. The next row has 6 beads. So if you started with 7 beads, now you're going to do 6. Grab 2 for the next row. I got 2 purple. And with this, you're going to take the beads, leave them on the needle, and just go through, skip one loop of string and go to the next loop and go right into the string that's below the 2 beads. See that? And then go back through the bead. Now let me do it on the table so you can see better. Okay, so I have my purple bead. I'm going to slide it onto the needle. Then I'm going to take my needle and go through the thread that's connecting the next 2 gold beads that I put on first. Okay, slide down until the bead gets all the way on there. And then I take my needle and go through the bead. And then just do it again. Oops. Good. Just keep taking the bead, putting the bead onto the thread, onto the needle, sliding it through that loop. Slide your needle through the loop of thread between the 2 beads. And I think we just have one more to go. Wow, that's so much faster using big beads since I normally use tiny beads. And this is called brick stitch. Brick stitch. Why? Because it looks like bricks lining up on a wall. Okay, very easy. Just practice it and see if you can figure it out. Give it a try. The necklace I'm wearing actually is brick stitch. The beads are lining up on below each other. The earrings I'm wearing are brick stitch at the top. Okay, so then when you add your thread, you add your beads to the ear cuff going down, you just add them. Just add, maybe let's say I'm adding 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm adding 10 beads. Slide them up. See where they ended up? Right below your base. So we made the base on the ear cuff and now the beads are on the base. Now, when you want to go back up to go to the next row, you add a loop bead. This is going to be your loop bead. Take your needle, keep that bead on your finger, slide up through all the beads that you just added, all the way through the base, up, up, up. And that loop bead on the bottom allows you to slide up through the other beads without the beads falling off. Then you just take your needle and go through the next bead next to it in your base and start again. That is basically how you make a beaded ear cuff. So I hope that you guys are going to give it a try. Make your own ear cuffs and get that queen goddess gear going on. All right, you guys. I'll be back with another video very soon. Much love. Peace.